Hello, how are you guys doing today? How's life? So last episode we did manage to hit the HV age and unfortunately we went through most of our resources. In between the episodes I have been working on ore processing, getting some Eglin steel dust, which I just remembered we kind of have to cook it. I wasted a bit of stainless steel in order to upgrade 2 of my backpacks, and I have done a ton of research. And I mean a ton. As a result, you might notice that we have a teeny tiny bit of warp. Warp is good. But first things first, the spiders on the roof during the night make me go mad. So what we're going to do is that we're going to break some diamonds. We take some tin, and we're going to start making a few chandeliers. Okay, no circuits. That's 10 tin ingots per chandelier. That's a bit. Also, these guys are going to prevent mobs from spawning within a radius of 16 blocks. It's from extra utilities. For the moment we do have 7. 7 is a good number to start with. 1 comes here, where I work, and the rest I'm going to try and hide around the base. Also 1 near the smeltery, we always get mobs. I did hide a few of them around the base and I'm hoping that mobs are not going to be a problem during the night. With noises, otherwise I don't care. But now that we have reached the HV age, I was thinking maybe we should also work around the base. Do some building. For building we are going to need a builder's wand, and this one is available. We just have to submit like 200 million blocks. Yep, that is the list. Let me start working. I had to submit a few of them because you can't keep everything in your inventory, but I think we should be not done. Oh, we want this one. And yes, I also kind of forgot the warning sign. So I think now we're good? Yes. Give me my wand. There are a few other bits and pieces that I want to make, for example the saw as well as the lights from Enderaya. I'm not sure if we can craft it now or not. It seems we can. I'll do some work and I'll be right back. Also, painting machine is a thing. Do we have any tantalum? We have tantalite. Oh, you get it from tantalum. Okay, then we're good. We just need like 2 bolts. Who cares? 4 ores is going to be enough. Just to let you know, this was a horrible decision. First off, tantalum does not come from tantalite. I mean, it comes from that, but you need to electrolyze it and you lose quite a bit. So we did only manage to make 2 capacitors, because we got 8 bolts. Secondly, I thought this is iron. No, it's electrical steel. Which means I have to reconfigure the blast furnace to work at MV, because yeah, we can use turbines. We don't have fuel yet. I think the time I spent in between the episodes and also during the last cutscene could have been an episode. I was really not in the mood for recording, so I did some building. Not the bridge, I will do the bridge once we have flight. But the first thing that I did is that I covered the boilers and the tanks. The tank is a 3x3 and only the center block has to have access to the sky. The rest you can cover. Using our brand new builder's wand, I have also expanded the base. We have an extra corridor, which leads that way. I have to move the animals, but eventually it will lead to my new office. Or bedroom. You can actually see it much better on the map. This is the base. And yeah, I was trying to clear out the jungle and the oil caught fire. It rained, but it didn't turn off the fire. In other news, I have also automated the apiaries, meaning that we're extracting everything, we're putting the honeycomb inside the barrel, and then the bees go back inside the apiary. Because they don't have space in the barrel, so they have to go here. Also in the forestry quest line, I have knocked out a bunch of quests, and the only thing that I wanted was the Electrolyzer. I want to have some nice looking trees around the base and I thought forestry is a good option. Cause me is garbage at building. But in other news, we have plenty of honeycombs in order to upgrade our backpacks. I've been poisoned. Jerks. And don't you worry, we have plenty of wisps. So we need to put it inside an assembler with water and it will give us woven silk. Wait a minute, that's it? Ah, then you need a carpenter. I had to make an extra one, was it the carpenter? Yes, that is the carpenter. It was part of the quest and I needed it in order to make the Electrolyzer. No, I break the pipes and then I put them in random chests and then I can't find them. Ooh, bolts. So do you work? Yep, you have water. Oh, this is fast. I was not expecting that. Our woven silk is ready and that is a creeper. Mr. Tree who has been folded has warned me against you. I know what he does, they are jerks. Actually, we should get rid of him. So for each of the backpacks, we are going to need 5 buckets of seed oil. Does it have to come from squeezer? I don't know, I don't really want to make 10 buckets of seed oil and then I have to make a squeezer. We make it. Actually, let me get the peanuts, then we go make the squeezer. Anywho, here is the squeezer. And it worries me, why aren't you a quest? You need the fermenter. I think I got enough paper, we don't really need to have the chemical bath, so we can use the steam turbine. And you shall squeeze. It's actually faster than GregTech. Although at the speeds that we're working, if you squeeze them by hand, it's still going to be faster than GregTech. Also, 5 buckets means that we're going to need way more peanuts. Because each 100 is going to give you 3.5 buckets. Very soon we are going to expand on this and we're going to make it automatic, don't you worry. Now that I'm thinking about it, It's not that fast. 1.5 buckets. It took ages, but we have 5 buckets. Oh, how do I empty you? Who cares? We break it. It's just redstone. We just fill you in and start upgrading one of the backpacks. We start with the minor one. Now, did I somehow miss the recipe? Carpenter, 5 buckets. You go here? No? If the recipe is not working, put the bag in your crafting grid to reset its MBT. Now do you work? Yes. What? You have to put the silk in. I just went and got coffee. We have 8 buckets more. And this time we are going to upgrade the digger's backpack. Cause you know it's a quest and it's going to give us 9 woven silk, so technically it's going to pay for itself. Also, these are incredibly useful for mining. Thank you, thank you. Oh, it's a choice reward. Okay, I have so many more backpacks. And we have 8 more silks. Yeah, we can easily upgrade 3 more backpacks. That's good. So in this mod pack, we can be passive and stay in our basement all the time, or we can be active and live outdoors. The best way of doing that, in my personal opinion, is that we use some magic mods, and of course the first magic mod that we're going to use is gonna be Thaumcraft. The sifter has finally finished. I think it took it like 24 hours. And if I'm not wrong, we should have all the shards. Yeah, all 6 of them. Yes, that is the quest. And now what we want to do is to make some balance shards. Why the hell do you want me to make thaumium? I'm not gonna do that. We use Silas Mundus. Although the question is, if I put the cauldron next to the tank, yeah, it will fill it in. I'm hoping nothing is going to catch on fire. Imagine burning the tank. So the way that I have understood this is that you drop 5 shards in, and whenever you drop the 6th one, you're going to get a balance shard. So it should be something like this. Yep, we got something. Yes, perfect. There's something left. Oh, that's not really good. Well, technically speaking, there's some Percontio inside, and we should be able to get 1 thaumium. Ouch. Yeah, it's 4. Oops. Flux. And yep, we shouldn't do it next to the base. I just need to get an extra tank. So, you go up in the air. It's a bit of flux. It's not important. It's just that it's flowing everywhere. It's gone. Good. That was my mistake. Every time that you drop a shard inside the crucible, it's going to give you 1 Percontio. I remembered it halfway through, but we are very far away from the base, so I did make all the balance shards that I could. And I did leave a mess. So let us try this one more time. I think every 5 should give me 4 thaumium. I don't have the stupid goggles. And I forgot to count. When you want to become the Agent of Darkness, a price has to be paid. And that price is life. Thankfully, it's not my life. Maybe it is, I don't know. Everything is burning. I was hoping it's gonna be his life. I missed both. We have regen, don't you worry. 2 shields down. All the shields down. And he's down. Oh my goodness, we got 5. I thought I have to kill a lot. I brought another regen. No? I can eat the heart. Yep. That gives us health. You know, we are playing on hardcore, so if I die, it's not the best. Are you a Gatling gun? I'm out. So, ladies and gentlemen, our first great wood rod. Now I have to go and fill it in. Not the rod, my wand. Actually, everything is pretty close, and I remember, yeah, this one has aqua. You know, instead of going around like an idiot to different nodes, what we can do is that I have already found a magical forest. It was 3,500 blocks away, and I did manage to get some wish rooms. 46 to be exact. So maybe we should just upgrade them to primal shrooms and get V from that. In order to convert it, we're going to need messes, and we're going to need chaos. So we don't want to destroy chaos shards, obviously. That's a blood moon. Maybe. But if I'm not wrong, chiseled stone has a lot of chaos. More than cobblestone? Oh no, that's Ordo. Okay, we use cobblestone. Also, is it a blood moon? Can I sleep? Yep. So we're going to need 1 wheat, 4 cobblestone in order to convert 1 shroom. Yeah, that's more than enough. Wait a minute, can I buy more? Because I have 46. Let's make it an even 50. Also, I have no idea why I left the cauldron so far. Also, I never explained, when you break the primal shrooms, they're going to drop some V, like when you kill the mobs. It's really not great, but if you have 50 of them, it's not the worst. And it's also relatively cheap, we can make like 50 more, who cares. And also, if nothing goes wrong, next episode we are going to have a mob farm and we can get V from that too. I don't think you can see it, but there's something purple next to the village. Okay, so 1 wheat, 4 cobblestone, 1 shroom. Yep. Oh, that was a quest. Nice. Also, once in a while we should empty it because there's going to be some residue. I should have done that earlier. It has to be a certain light level for them to grow. What is that light level? Those are fine. These ones are not. Well, to be honest with you, I'm not really sure about the light level, but who cares? I did manage to refill our wand. We just need to make a few screws. Aluminium and stainless steel. Good. This is why I don't like the lathe. It gives you the dust. I mean, obviously I'm not going to complain that I'm getting some resources back, but if you give me dust for stainless steel, I can't cook it. Anywho, the first gold cap. What I want to do is that I really want a quest to count. Otherwise, I don't think that is the correct order. Here is the second cap. And that should be the quest. Thank you. We need to make one more rod, and I should really get more shrooms. Because these are great. So all the quests have counted so far, and that is a good thing. However, you might notice that the capacity of our wand is only 25. The gold wand that we want to craft requires 30. So here is the weird thing. We need to make another wand so that we can make the gold wand. And that other wand is going to be made out of iron and stainless steel screws. This is called the iron capped great wood wand, and it has a capacity of 50. Now we have to fill this one in. It's been a while. Aqua has been a jerk, but I think we're good. Yes, 37. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the gold banded great wood wand. This is going to be our wand for a very long time. Also, there are a few differences. The one that we have, which is made out of iron, is actually going to cost more when we want to craft something. This one gives us a discount. Secondly, whenever you want to drain V from an aura node, this one is not gonna kill it. The iron one might empty the entire V and, well, it's not gonna regenerate anymore. But we can use it for crafting, why the hell not? Now that we have our wand, let me craft a few stuff. Well, as it turns out, this is GregTech New Horizon, so I could not craft that many stuff. The only thing that I did manage to make is this, the equal trade. It's essentially a rod of the shifting crust. And no, you don't have to do it one by one, you can do this. It's actually a bit better than the rod of the shifting crust, because if you do this, it's not really going to change the stone or the grass outside. It's also incredibly useful, I left the door open, for getting obsidian. But then again, we come to the main problem. This is not just any mod pack, it's GregTech. With essentially creosote oil, we did manage to get one stack of stainless steel. I had to run to the tank 20 times, but we also used steam, we also used set on boosted diesel, oil, and diesel that we were awarded from the quests. Unfortunately, we don't have access to them anymore. So if I want more stainless steel, or if I want to run HV machines, which I kind of have to, because you know, the Eye of the Ender does require a chemical reactor and it has to be high voltage. So we can't run it with steam, we can't run it with creosote oil, and the HV semi-fluid generator requires something that we can't make, unless we have access to HV. So basically what I'm trying to say is that I need fuel. Fuel does require more machines, so I'm making more circuits. Oh yes, we ran out of stuff. More of you. More coils, more resistors, and more diodes. No. Oh, and more bolts. Yes. And guess what? We're out of resources. I have to make way more circuits so that I can build a few machines so that we can process some fuel. Of course, for the moment, that's kind of enough. Anyways, what I have in mind is that getting heavy fuel is easy for us. And we don't really want to have a crazy setup, we just want to get diesel, that's it. So we just need light fuel. So a very small setup of low voltage machines should be good enough. Except for the mixer, which has to be MV. The reason that we are not going to go with a crazy setup is that oil is not sustainable. We want to go with biodiesel. And that's a totally different setup, and it has other things that we can use. Oil is garbage. So in order to get oil, we need to do a few things. These tanks that we have are not the worst thing in the world, but we are going to need super tanks. These guys that you see over here, they have a capacity of 4 million millibuckets. I think it's like 100 times bigger than these. But anyways, you guys get the gist. We need to get a few of them. Hence we are going to make some pulsating iron dust. And I believe that is an MV recipe. Yup, it is. Oh, and we need to use oxygen to spend less power. Okay, I have plenty of oxygen, which I don't need. Well, not that much apparently, only 64 left. Also, pulsating iron is good because we can make conduits. The other one requires go to hell. So you, my dearest friend, start cooking, and I probably have to go and get the rest of the items. Oh, and by the way, I never explained why the hell do I need an Eye of the Ender. Well, there are several uses for it, but the most important use that I want is the runic matrix from Thaumcraft. And of course, you know, the remote awareness upgrade, which is used for the inventory panel from Ender.io. We are going to try and start by making 6 super tanks. We don't need 6 of them at this very moment, but they're going to be useful. Incredibly. That's not a quest? Okay. I'm not even sure if we can, and we are missing a bunch of stuff. We also don't have that much aluminium left. That is the problem. Well, for the moment we can only make 4 because I'm out of bronze rotors. We have to wait 35 minutes. I'm not going to make a single more rotor until we get an extruder. Very good. We have our circuits. And I think for the moment we should be able to make, 4 of them. I will make 2 more. Once we get the rotors, obviously. So if I remember this correctly, the good thing about these guys is that they have an interface. Meaning that you can put cells inside. And that's really good. I'm not exactly sure if this is a very good idea or not, but we're going to get rid of this oil because it has been burning for, I don't know, 100 days. Oh, and by the way, I got this from the Twilight Forest. You can place cobblestone. Yeah, and you kind of have to be careful. So this should be the center of the oil field. I did bring a pump. We give you some mining pipes. We put the tank on top with some fluid cells. And I also brought a battery buffer. Please tell me I have a wrench. Yes. Since there's always a chance that it's going to rain, we cover it. So if I give you some batteries, is something going to happen? Do you know why nothing is happening? I know. Don't you worry. We need to remove you. Where do you put the mining pipe? As it turns out, the reason it was not working is that the oil field is burning. Because on the other one, it's just working fine. But I guess instead of covering the oil field, maybe we make a structure for it? The eternal flame. Also, have I mentioned that the pumps are garbage? Because look at the speed. We have 61 cells, that's it. I think our first order of business is to get some hydrogen, and the way that we're going to do that is through an electrolyzer. This pipe that you see over here has water, so if that goes inside an electrolyzer with circuit number 1, it should give us hydrogen, if we give it some power. This is a basic electrolyzer, and every 50 seconds it's going to give us 1 hydrogen cell. I know, it's garbage. But you should remember, for 12 buckets of sulfuric light fuel, we just need 2 hydrogen cells. Also, for the moment I'm actually stealing everything from here. We take you and the turbine. So we want you to eject the hydrogen to the chemical reactor, correct? Yes. And you have a pump. I can use the pump. And for the sulfuric light fuel, we just need a distillery. Do I have an extra distillery? Yes. Oh, this is why it wasn't a quest. You need to finish the oil. The machines that I'm breaking right now are not very important because all of them are low voltage, and once we get fuel, we can switch to medium voltage. Of course, ideally, we want to go to high voltage, but that's kind of expensive. So, sulfuric light fuel is circuit number 2? Seems so. Oh, but I have to put the oil here. Okay. And we want you to eject to the chemical reactor as well. Ooh, 12 buckets is gonna take ages. But on a very positive note, it's gonna give us 12 buckets of light fuel. And we just have to wait. Oh, and some empty cells. Then I guess in order to make diesel, we just have to mix it with heavy fuel. And then we're done. For making diesel, I thought maybe we should do some remodeling around the base. We don't need the turbines anymore, so I have removed them. Literally everything. I also removed most of the steam pipe, and I transferred everything here. I added one more distillery for sulfuric light fuel, because, this one is incredibly slow. And the reason that we're going to use the huge pipe over there is that we need one MV machine. And that MV machine is the mixer. You're advanced, right? Yep. We don't want explosions. So these guys are making us sulfuric light fuel, this guy is making hydrogen, and this one gives us light fuel, which now we need to combine with heavy fuel. So something like this should work. Yeah, you're getting light fuel, perfect. We just need some heavy fuel cells. That's it. The ratio is I think 5:1, so the amount of heavy fuel that we have is already like super amazing. Yeah, we want circuit number 6. Yes, diesel. But eventually I have to automate the production of heavy fuel as well. How do we want to do this? I need another distillery. I made an extra one, but that was mainly for sulfuric acid. Who cares? We keep the hydrogen sulfide. So 2 more turbines, centrifuge, the chemical reactor goes over there. Yeah, centrifuge, chemical reactor, electrolyzer, chemical reactor. It's the same setup. It's been a bit later and I have been working on our diesel production. It's still incredibly manual and I'm really not going to change it because we want to switch fuels, but for the moment, this is how it works. We fill in the cells, that's gonna give us sulfuric light fuel, we mix it with hydrogen, we will get light fuel goes inside the mixer, and over here we put oil sand in, we will get heavy oil, which will be converted eventually into heavy fuel, and that gets mixed with light fuel. And as a result, we get fuel, or diesel. Also, another thing that we can do is that we can take the heavy fuel from here, put it inside this chemical reactor, mix it with steam, and then distill it in order to get ethylene. And I kind of made a mess. Yeah, I know. Don't give me quests. Give me more inventory. Eventually, I should be able to also put another chemical reactor and make polyethylene. but I'm not sure if I want to do that. Or maybe I will, it's just that I don't really want to waste resources on things that I have to change later on. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's also a good time to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, Billy-woo! Just wanted to let you know, I added polyethylene. It's very useful. Oh, and by the way, 2 of the machines here are MV, but since they don't have to really work constantly, the steam is not going to be a problem. Again, bye bye.